Van Wolf MTG here, and we have another quick brew for Standard. I want to know if Zombies is actually a viable Standard deck now that a lot of our zombies have rotated out with Shadows of Innistrad gone and Eldritch Moon gone, and I don't think it's the greatest deck in the world, but you know what? If you want to play zombies, you can play zombies. This is a tribal set in Ixalan, so why can't we have tribal zombies? We're going for tribal, and so this is the brew I came up with. It is a what's the word? Orzhov. So we've got plains, we've got swamps, we've got our fast black-white land, and we have unclaimed territory naming zombie, which is not what you would usually name with unclaimed territory because most people, only think of the 4 tribes in Ixalan, but you can name zombie with this and get whatever color you need to play out your zombies. So that's cool. Alright, 1-drops we have Dread Wanderer because, being able to reoccur stuff from the graveyard works out really well. The downfall of it coming in tapped isn't the greatest thing in the world, but you can't attack with it on the first turn because of summoning sickness, so, not that big of a deal, but it's okay. And it's a zombie jackal. I like jackals. Wonder if we could have enough to make a jackal tribe deck so we can use unclaimed territory to do jackals. We're going to try it out next week because that would be awesome. Alright, other 1-drops we have Fatal Push. Removal. It's just like the best removal in black right now. 1 mana for removal, and triggering Revolt in Modern is not hard. In here it's a little more difficult, but it's still possible to do. Alright, our true drops. We have Binding Mummy because everyone wants a nice warm hug from your friend Mummy. Yeah. Allowing things to get tapped so you can get in attacks is awesome. Also have another 2-drop of Kenra Eternal. It can get in 2 damage, or if it becomes block, it at least deals the 1 damage. And it's a Jackal, so it can go in our Jackal deck too. This is going to be a great Jackal deck. I'm excited to build this already. I gotta focus on zombies though for right now. Okay, we have Wayward Servant. Draining and gaining life a little bit. It's not the greatest plan in the world, but it could be fun. And, it's a zombie wandering out in the desert. It's awesome. It's great. It fits in the zombie deck, and it's the Orzhov color, so that's what we're going for. And then for our 3-drops, we have Amit Eternal, our crocodile demon zombie with Afflict 3. It does have, the drawback of the -1/-1 counters thing, but as long as you're attacking, swinging, and getting in for damage, you're okay. And if you can use Lord of a Curse's ability to give everything menace, you're doing really great because then they have to have 2 blockers. And usually, you can't have enough of that. So then you can get in for damage and remove -1/-1 counters from it. In fact, you can remove all the -1/-1 counters. Alright, speaking of Lord of a Curse, we've got it here, our Zombie Lord. 3 mana, 2/3, give all other zombies, +1/+1, so our Mid Eternal is actually a 6/6 if we can get it out, woot woot. And then you can, pay 2 and give all zombies Menace until in a turn, which is awesome. Because Menace, I have found out, is really good. Even on, a 1/1. I played Insolent Neonate for the longest time, and it has Menace, and it's a 1/1, and it's great with that. People don't like blocking 1/1s with 2 creatures, I'm just saying. Alright, Plague Belcher, our zombie beast. Another 3 mana, 5/4, has some, -1/-1 counters on it. But that's okay. You can also just, once you have no -1/-1 counters on a Mid Eternal, you can put the -1/-1 counters from Plague Belcher on a Mid Eternal, give everything menace, attack with the Mid Eternal, and then all those -1/-1 counters are gone. And it just is a good thing. Alright, 4-drops, we have Ixalan's Binding as another source of removal, and even better for those pesky scarab gods and things like that, all those fun things that you want to exile and never ever have come back or have to worry about the rest of the game. That's what this is there for. Alright, this deck is a lot bigger than an aggro deck, so it's got some 5-drops. Not a lot, but I figure you can't have a zombie deck without Liliana's Mastery and Liliana herself. So I have both of those in there. Liliana's Mastery gives your zombies +1/+1, so it's a more expensive lord, but more importantly, it also creates 2 zombie tokens when it comes in that say they're 2/2, but really they're 3/3s because they get +1/+1. And then you have Liliana's Death Majesty. She is a little expensive for a Planeswalker. That's why I only have 2 copies of her in there, and 2 copies of the other 5-drop we have in there, so 4 or 5 drops total, because I'd really rather be playing creatures. But Liliana is great. You can create zombies, mill your deck a little bit, get stuff into the graveyard, and then minus her to return those creatures from the graveyard, and they become, a black zombie in addition to their other creature types, which the only thing that affects is our Binding Mummy. That's the only thing that's not a black zombie. It's a singular, white zombie, so everything else is already a black zombie. So she's not really doing much, but, it's great. She's getting her food, and she's getting fanned, and the zombies do all her bidding. Plus, if you can ever get her ultimate, destroying everything not on your side of the table, is really good. But that is my attempt at reviving zombies in Standard. Let me know what zombies you would put in a zombie deck in Standard right now that, we've lost a whole bunch of good stuff. Leave that in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe for more.